Hello there. Today we'll talk about WordPress white screen update. If you find your website showing a white screen just like this and nothing else, whether on the front end or in your WordPress dashboard when you are trying to log in, well, in WordPress community we call it as white screen update. Let's talk about the cause of white screen death in WordPress. It might be originated from your installed plugins, or it might be originated from your active installed theme. Or lastly, it also might be originated from your hosting server configuration. Well, here we will discuss each of the probability and will outline the solution and the fixes for WordPress white screen update. Well, first talk about WordPress installed plugin issues. Most probably there might be a plugin conflict and it is causing the issue. So we need to disable all the plugins altogether, and it's really easy. First you need to log into your server admin panel or control panel. For me it is a control panel, and if I scroll down then I will have to find file manager, and for your case you will have to find something like file manager in your control panel and click on it, and it will open something like that. Then click public HTML, and here you will see all the file and folders. So first click WP content, double click on it, and here it is called plugins. So we need to rename it. Right click on it, rename like bats. Okay, so I just renamed the plugins folder, and all the active plugins will be deactivated. Okay, and if you refresh your website and your website comes up, then you are good. Now you need to again rename this plugin folder. So we will just remove what we have just added before and click the save. At this point you need to log into your WordPress panel, then go to the plugins and activate one by one to find out which plugin was causing the issues. And when you find that specific plugins, just delete that or uninstall that or use an alternative or reach out the developer to fix the issue for you. Okay, so we will move to the second step, that is your active theme. If you find out that this solution did not work for you, then click on the themes, and for me it is actually 2020 theme. That is the current installed theme, and if I find out that this is the cause, then I will rename it like bad. Okay, and then you just log into your WordPress admin panel, and if you find that your website is up and running, then this is the theme that is causing the issue, and you need to actually use a different theme or reach out the developer to fix that for you. Okay, and the last thing, if those two steps did not work for you, then we need to configure some server files. Okay, mostly the PHP memory limit and PHP execution time. So let's increase the PHP memory limit. Just WordPress has a 32 megabyte memory limit by default, but some hosting provider increase it to up to 64 megabyte for all customers. It's also possible to go even higher, all the way up to 256 megabyte. Okay, so we are going to do that. For that we need to change 3 files. Not necessarily you have to do it for all 3 files. Instead you can do one by one and see if that works for you or not. Okay, so either any of the file edits will work, or you might need to end up changing all 3 of them. Okay, so first go back, that is public HTML, and then find wp config. Okay, and for your based on the hosting you are using, it might be different. For me, it is like something, this icon that will actually create the let me to wp config file. Okay, and here find out, that's all, stop editing. Okay, so here we will actually write something like this: define wp memory limit. I'm just copying and pasting it. This is the line. Okay, so I'm going to use 256 megabyte. Okay, so that's all, and save the changes. Okay, and if it works, then it is good, but if does not, then you need to go to change in the htaccess file. You need to go to the public HTML again, and here you find htaccess file. Okay, click edit icon, and here you need to write something like PSP value memory limit 256. Okay, and set the changes. Okay, and the last not least, you can actually look for your hosting root file and see if there is a php.ini file. For me, there is nothing like that, so I cannot change it from here. Okay, instead I can actually go to the hosting and find php.ini. Okay, one moment, let me find it. So here you see, this is edit php.ini file. So sometimes you will find the php.ini file here, or sometimes you need to do something like that. So here you see the memory limit is 128, and we will change it to 256. Okay, and once we're done, just update. Okay, and this is successful. Okay, oh sorry, so once I make changes, it is actually automatically saved. I do not need to do anything else. Okay, so this is the PHP memory limit and updates. And now if check your website, and if it is up and running, then you're good. But if not, you also need to update your PHP execution time. Okay, most of the time execution time. Okay, here you see that is the 30 seconds. By default, the maximum execution time for PHP script is set to 30 seconds. Okay, if a script runs for longer than 30 seconds, PHP stops that script and report an error, and that might cause the WordPress white screen update. So let's make it bigger, so like maybe 60, and update. And again it is actually auto update. Okay, so again you need to make changes in two places. Okay, in your htaccess file or your php.ini settings. Okay, and again I am telling you that sometimes you will find that php.ini file in your website root folder or in your control panel settings. Okay, and if you do that from here, you are good. You do not need to do anything. But if you do not find the settings, or you do not find the php.ini file here, you need to actually change the htaccess file. We already opened it. So what we will put here is this one. Okay, so maximum execution time 60. Okay, and you are good, and save the changes. And check if your site is up and running. And if you follow this tutorial correctly, this should clear the issue of WordPress white screen update. To prevent it from happening again, it might be a good idea to consider upgrading your hosting to a high performance hosting server.